Eventually, our borders will extend from Lebanon, the Great Desert, which is Saudi Arabia, and then from the Mediterranean to the Euphrates. And who's on the other side of the Euphrates? The Kurds. And the Kurds are our friends. So we have the Mediterranean behind us, the Kurds in front of us, Lebanon, which really needs the umbrella of protection of Israel. And then we're going to take, I believe we're going to take Mecca, Medina, and Mount Sinai and purify those places.
But you weren't evacuated by the Palestinians.
Yeah, the Palestinians.
So why do they have to pay the price?
The Palestinians are an invented nation. They came here from Saudi Arabia, from Egypt, from Lebanon, from Syria, from all over all the Arab countries.
Bosetterlederen nøyet seg ikke med bosettinger bare på den okkuperte Vestbredden.
The promise was from the Euphrates till the river of Egypt, till the Nile.
Your dream is to establish a Jewish nation stretching from Iraq through Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, all the way to Egypt?
Yes.
What you're saying will anger a lot of people, saying that Israel should actually take over all these countries in the Middle East.
I think it's not good to lie about our faith. I think that when people go in a roundabout way and say, right now we have this and we are very happy with this and this is enough. This is not my way of.
This is an actual politician in Israel, an actual mayor in Israel. Her name is Daniela Weiss. Listen to her talk. Listen to how evil this is.
Now I address directly to President of the United States, Biden, here from the small Israel to the big United States of America. Don't think that we will stop the war in Gaza and resettling the entire area of Gaza by Jews. People say to me, why don't you explain to the Jews in the United States what is exactly behind your thinking? I explain. But I'm laughing because the right word for it, you have to brainwash all the time. You have to say, to explain it, to live it, to cope with it. My husband says to me, why do you speak to your children all the time about Zionism, pioneers in Judea and Samaria, settling and settling, and all my family are settlers here? Because this is the only way to continue Zionism. I want to have for the Jewish nation the promised land from the Bible, from the Euphrates to the Nile. And I'm sure it will be.
And what about southern Lebanon?
If it is part of it, all of it, even parts of Syria, part of Iraq, part of Iran. It's huge.
You think you have any way of convincing people that that would be a good idea?
I convince many. Many people believe in it. I don't see anything anything extreme in my approach. It's the basic Jewish approach.
As the years went on, Israel took more land than had been agreed by the UN. Palestinians call this the Nakba, or catastrophe, as hundreds of thousands of Palestinians fled. At the end of the war, Israel controlled all the land in blue, except for Gaza here, which Egypt controlled, the West Bank, which was controlled by Jordan, and the Golan Heights, controlled by Syria. In 1967, in what's known as the Six-Day War, Israel seizes the West Bank, the Gaza Strip and the Golan Heights. Israel then went on to occupy thousands of kilometres of Palestinian territory, which the UN says is illegal. This is what we now refer to as the occupied territories. Despite objections from the international community, Israeli civilians choose to live in the areas for political and religious reasons or for cheap homes. Here's where a lot of conflict happens, as Palestinians are displaced.